What's going on, everybody? Jake here, Jake Plays. How's everyone doing on this fabulous Monday? I don't know about you guys, but we're having a good time. Had a great weekend. I hope you all did as well. 2023 is starting to, shape up to, be pretty cool. I'm sorry to say that. We are back on that level grind, back in the gym here, trying to get Trevor Jr. and the gang up to snuff, using that Versus Seeker, trying to find some battles. If anybody else has another spot that might have either more trainers or might have better experience, or if someone's got something, let me know. Give it a shot. I did kind of read a little bit. There might be another spot on Cycling Road. I don't know. We'll give it a shot. We'll kind of do half here, half over there, see if it's worth it. Going after the Bulbasaur. What's that lettuce doing, huh? I hope, we should hopefully get to the Elite Four, by Friday. Hopefully it's just today's on a grind session. Wednesday's going to be a grind session. Elite Four battle time. Maybe not. We'll kind of see where we're at. Like I said, I'd like for, our base of our team to be around like 57, 58. 60 would be ideal. I know that might take a little bit longer to get there. Might be worth it. I don't know. We'll kind of gauge it a little bit. We're definitely going to pop those rare candies. Probably on to, our second strongest. We might split them amongst Magic Man and Barry there. Get them into the 65, 66s. Because again, I think Lance, who's the fourth one, he's going to have some 60s. And I don't think we have a real typing advantage over Dragon. It's because Dragon's weakness is ice, I believe. And I forget if there's another one for Gen 3. We're going to heal up Trevor Jr. here. So, we don't want to get stuck getting our way through. We beat, who is the Lorelei, and then Bruno, Agatha, Lance. Yep, so, exactly. I was just talking about him, and I can't believe I blanked on the name for a minute there. Crazy girl. We got this stink ball coming out. Of course, we one-shot him. Great job, Trevor Jr. Getting that 684. Like to see that. Yeah. Let me know what's going on, guys. How's everybody here shaping up so far? Anybody have some resolutions that got busted, first day, first week? Those are always fun, where it's just like, I'm going to do this better for myself. Like, I'm not going to order takeout. And it's just like, needed some pizza, so like, McDonald's was on the way home, a McDonald's do hamburger, so, what are you gonna do? We're gonna cover this stink ball in a bunch of water from the beach. That crit mattered. No chance, Jimmy's John's. Dunzo McFunzo. Love to see that. One thing I definitely got kind of started recently, I know you guys are going to be like, really? You hear, what? Is Minecraft, believe it or not. I don't know, I never really jumped on the Minecraft wave when it came out. I kind of missed it, unfortunately, so I'm trying to, doing my best to play catch up. I was on this one, and I was like, okay, we started a server with some friends, and jumped on, I was just the first one in just because I had some free time in the morning, so I jump in, it was like 8 o'clock or whatever after breakfast, just chilling, kind of figuring things out in the world, see what's going on. By the time the next person jumped on was about an hour and a half, 2 hours later. I had died 8 times, barely able to recover my stuff. I mean, the nice one, I guess this mod pack was explained to me, is that it has the gravestones. So instead of your stuff, I guess when you die, it just kind of explodes everywhere. This one, you can just go to your gravestone, goes right back, whatever your inventory was, goes back into your inventory. Pretty neat. I mean, it's better than having to pick everything up or whatever. But yeah, it was funny because, like I said, I was the first one in, about 2 hours. I had died so many times. I had just a shanty shack, didn't even have a door. It was just like I would just knock a block out, walk out, and then put the block right back real quick. It was very, yeah, I don't want to say... It was not good. It was bad. And then the next person comes in and he's just like, all right, you know, we're talking, and he goes, he's like, take a bed with you, because I guess that's what you use to sleep for the night. He goes, take a bed with you. I'll build the house. You just go down and start strip mining. You know, I kind of explained a little bit, and I was like, cool, I can do that. So I'm down there, probably about an hour and a half, you know, after this. So I've been playing for almost 4 hours at this point. Just under. I come back. Dude built a whole mansion, you know, out of those birch, the zebra looking ones, birch logs. He had, you know, black stained glass all set up. He had the bed set up, room set up for everybody in the party that was on the server. And he was just like, oh, you know, and he's like, in your 2 hours, you made that shack and died 8 times. In my 2 hours, I built this entire, you know, setup for us. Our little first base, as they call it. I guess there's going to be multiple ones. I don't know. I'm excited. I definitely found... I guess the diamonds are the key thing. Diamonds are great, which is, you know, awesome figuring this out. Found a nice little diamond vein, and I went up to kind of dump some of my stuff to come back, get the iron pickaxe and all that fun jazz. And the little turd that built the house was like, I'm getting these diamonds. And I was like, ah, man, like, alright, whatever. And then, you know, I was just kind of going around building and stuff. You know, pretty exciting, lots of fun. You know, I can definitely keep you guys updated if that's something you'd be interested in. Something that I'm planning on getting into to kind of, I don't want to say waste some time, but very relaxing. I used to watch people, like, play it, like the Let's Plays and stuff, background noise when I was at work and all that jazz. But, you know, now I'm actually trying to play it, trying to go through it. Again, kind of missed the boat when it came out. It wasn't really my thing. You know, I remember being told about it, but I was like, I'll just stick to my Legos. Thank you very much. I need to physically feel them with my Legos. Anywho, yeah. Good times there. This was not a great idea. That came very close to almost taking us out, two-shotting us, so we're going to have to swap out. Tyler, I'm going to need you to get in here, clean this up, help us a little bit. I guess Tyler's going to eat a thunderbolt. Can you imagine this big boy, right? He's sitting outside. I mean, because he is a big boy, right? He's always eating, you know, doing all sorts of crazy things. I bet you more often than not, Snorlax's, especially this one, T-Lore, who was passed out after eating, gets hit by lightning, like, constantly. It's just like, and it's like, lightning bolt. He's like, I mean, you gotta figure, right? Because he's, like, eating a bunch of food. He's probably, you know, the biggest thing in the area, probably bigger than most trees, and that's the theory I'm gonna run on, is that he probably gets hit by lightning more often than not, or has been hit by lightning more often than not. Let's go ahead, just kind of clean up T-Lore. We're just going to swap out for time's sake, so that way we're not flying all the way back for Trevor Jr. and then coming all the way back, because T-Lore does need to get some levels too, so we'll just kind of plug and play, as the cool kids like to call it. Pidgeotto from Beauty Grace. This is the $2,000, I think, winnings, which we love. Love when we get paid. It's a fantastic time. All right. Beautiful. I did have someone ask me, by the way, because we kind of went into, on that last one, went into like that video store kind of rant. Someone had asked, you know, I guess, did it have one of those? I'm trying to phrase this right, because like if you grew up with like a Blockbuster type thing, or I think Hollywood Video was another big one. Well, I definitely know for sure Blockbuster, but there wasn't really like an adult section. You know, if you can catch my drift, because, you know, before the whole, it's on the internet sort of thing, I guess, you know, I obviously was too young at the time to notice it, but I mean to go and rent it, but I definitely recall that there was a curtain. It was a black curtain and it had little bells at the bottom and you had to push to get through it. And I just remember because it was like imprinted in my mind, because that also was back where the video games are. So, you know, if I was trying to pick up like a new Super Nintendo game to kind of rent, there was that curtain that was right there, and I guess, you know, adult content and video games kind of go hand in hand, right? I mean, we kind of figure a lot of that out nowadays, but a lot of that 4chan stuff and some of those DeviantArt images, and you're like, oh, why did somebody think of this? But I remember going to pick out a video game, and it was right there. My dad was like, don't you dare go near that curtain, or like whatever, because it wasn't so much of like seeing the stuff that like that kind of like that content, the adult stuff. It was more like there's a bunch of creepy wackos in there that are comfortable with going out in public to like rent this sort of thing. And it was just like, stay away from those creepy weirdos. So I was just like, yeah, so that was in Graham. So yeah, I mean, I definitely had one of those adult sections. Like, again, like your Blockbuster. I think the big thing at the time was, this is, I guess, later. It's when that Pirates movie came out. They were really, I'll tell you what, Blockbuster was really good about getting those, what were essentially, now the low budget, like sci-fi. Like I remember it all came from like the same company, those low budget ones. That was like, you know, that did Sharknado, one of the more recents. They had Transmorphers instead of Transformers. It was all Snakes on a Train instead of Snakes on a Plane. I actually remember renting that one and watching it, Snakes on a Train. I just remember at the very end, the snake, it was a subway, which I guess, you know, is a train, but kind of misleading. I definitely thought it was like old England times, like Harry Potter, and it's like, oh, there's a problem, isn't it, on this hero train? It's a snake. Oh no, watch out for the snake, it's gonna bite your ankles. Which I kind of, I don't know why I thought that was what was gonna be what I was watching. Oh man, guys, we are not good at this ledge here. This ledge is just, it's like that Spearow with Peck. It just gets us. It gets us, unfortunately. Okay, there we go. So we'll get there. I mean, we for sure hit those 100 steps, so the Versus Seeker is going to pop off. Can we get all 5? Can I get an all 5? Ah, we got a 4. Well, gonna get that experience one way or another. Whoa. Whoa. I am excited, going back to what I was saying about like Minecraft, I am excited because I did come across this one town, like a little village, and I did like that there were little kitties running around. Did see like a dog, I guess it's a wolf though, and then there was a birds, because I was in the jungle biome, and there were some birds flapping around, and they were like, I'm like, I am going to get a bird, and I am going to have it as a bird, as a friend. Sounds pretty cool. Yeah. Oh, Tyler, getting paralyzed again. We gotta, because I think strength is also a physical attack, so we gotta be careful. I don't know. I don't really know how to avoid getting paralyzed with this trainer here. I think we'll be all right, to be honest. I mean, worst case, we'll just put ourselves to sleep. We'll be able to use Snore as an attack, and then at the end of the battle, we'll just wake up with the Poke Flute. You know, see how that goes. Alright, let's go ahead. We'll body slam this piece of lettuce. Sweet Scent lowers our evasiveness, because now we're attracted. How you say? What's a oh, hey, Bulbasaur. Lettuce. Lettuce through. Lettuce. Iceberg lettuce. Yeah, no, I mean that's some pretty cool stuff. I'll tell you what though. I know we were kind of discussing some older things. Like I know we had talked about Men in Black and Jurassic Park. We had gone off on that little bit of a rant. Don't really know where those came from. I guess I don't know. We were just in the middle of casual conversation. Jibba-jabbing about things and whatnot. Fork over all your cash when you lose to me, kid. Whoa! There's purple mohawk that then turns brown when he comes in. Okay, Alex. Thanks, pal. T-Lord, I'm going to need you to go ahead. Strength on this coughing. Take him down. Do it to it. Beautiful. Love to see that. One shot. No chance, Jimmy's Johns. That gas ball did not see it coming. I mean, he probably was like, ah! And Snorlax was like, oh, right on top of him. I mean, like this Grimer, he's going to get squished by the power of T-Lore. Done. Done. That's what we like to see. Beautiful. Taken down. Oh, we got a Weezing. I was going to say taken down. We took down the Grimer. Now we're taking down the Weezing. Logo. We'll go Logo. Let's go ahead. Hit him with the body slam. Gonna get Smog. We didn't. We got paralyzed. That's so rude. Let's just go ahead. We'll put ourselves to sleep. That way we'll heal up. We'll hit him with the snore. Hopefully that does something. I'm pretty sure it will. I think we'll be alright with that. Or we're going to continue to get paralyzed. Oh my goodness. I mean, at least it's only doing like 5 damage. It's not like really doing too much. Okay, thank gosh you missed. Please don't be paralyzed. There we go. Alright, we're good to go. That's what we like to see, people. Beautiful. Love it. We'll hit him with the snore. Sorry, just had to get a little bit of a drinky poo there. Love it, love it, love it. Alright, now like I said, after we get done with this little bit of trainers, we are going to try that one that's on Cycling Road. Hopefully, you know, like I said, people are letting me know that that might be a good one. Okay, oh, we're awake now. Awesome. I guess I wasn't paying attention. My bad. Some people have let me know that, hey, that's another option, because there is a spot where you can get like 5 or 6 trainers in screen. Oh my goodness, we are missing. It's probably that darn smoke screen. If we can ever get through this battle, you know, maybe we'll be able to get there. I don't know. You let me know. I don't. Well, 1,000, that's not bad. I like it. That's pretty good. Pretty good. And we don't have to worry about using that Poke Flute because he woke himself off in battle. So woke himself up in battle. Not woke himself off. He was just like, flip the switch. Ooh. Yeah. Oh, yo. Just remembered this, by the way. I know we were just talking about Blockbuster and how that little sci-fi company, the science fiction one, they had those offshoots, like we were saying. Snakes on Train with the one Transmorphers. And this one's like ingrained in my head for this one. I was talking to a friend of mine or something, or yeah. And they were like, yeah, I remember back in the day, this guy, you know, I guess their parents were divorced at the time, and this guy was trying to like make them feel good by like taking, like for the kids, like bring home a movie. And he was like, oh, I got the new Transmorphers, like thinking it was Transformers. And it was just like, oh, you know how they make silly names. Anyway, hilarious story. I thought it was just, you know, could you imagine being like that guy and you're like, I'm gonna look good for the kids and like this girl's gonna like me and I'm gonna be like, I'm cool, I'm hip, I'm with it. And then it's just like, oh, you know, the thing. And then the kids are like, then obviously, could you just imagine being the kid and it's like, this loser. First of all, nobody likes you. Like, no. And then the person's like, I'm so cool, I got you kids the thing. But it's, you know, Transmorphers, it's not Transformers. Like, oh, that's gotta feel great, right? But so we'll fly back here, we'll heal up. It'll be great to get Trevor Jr. back to not almost dead, unalive, you know? Bloop, 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 bloop. All right. Yes, yes. Heal them. You have to. Beautiful. It is kind of crazy, like, just some things that you do, like this game make, like that little jingle there, it's just ingrained from obviously playing it over and over, having to heal, and then it's just the little dingle dingle bingle. Playing Pokemon Scarlet right now as well. I mean, obviously I'm playing Fire Red right now, but also playing Pokemon Scarlet, and I really liked Arceus better. Scarlet's definitely fun. You know, I know people have been complaining about that one where you, hey, look at that, 6 people. Okay, this might be that spot. I know people have been complaining about certain things, I guess, with the evolution or evolving Pokemon. Only 3. Would have been nice if we got all 6, but where they have to, like, keep them out or something, or they have, like, there's a certain button to keep them out. I kind of like it because it just kind of lets them go. You can go and let them attack, like, so that way you don't have to, like, get into a battle just like this. So if you are trying to do something like leveling up, like the wild encounters are out and about, you can just let your Pokemon go out, and as long as you don't bump into one of the ones, you know, they'll just initiate a battle. It'll be yes, I won, no, I didn't. Still take whatever little bit of damage, and it's a little bit faster way of getting battles and leveling. I like it. Versus this, where you're in the battle every single time, but it's okay. I mean, we're getting there. We're grinding. We're moving through. I still like Pokemon Arceus. Arceus definitely had some of its own issues, but it definitely was fun to play. I am excited to get through, you know, the Paldea region. See some of the new Pokemons and really just kind of sink my teeth into that. You know, maybe eventually we'll try something similar to this, you know, a Nuzlocke run, something like that. When we, you know, if we get there. Don't make me mad. Got 560. Okay, so we got 2 more. So that wasn't bad. We had the one Weezing that was 1,000. That's pretty solid. Yo, speaking of, like, you know, we're kind of bankrolling right now. Like, wouldn't it be great if, like, for real life, it was just, like, all you had to do, like, Pokemon Center was free. Like, obviously, it's, where is all this money coming from, right? Like, they're giving this the relative same amount of money every single time, and it's just like, where did you get this? Like, after you lost to me, and I left for like 2 seconds, you were gonna come boom, boom, and come right back up. Like, how did you get whatever amount of money it is to give me half of it, which is the same as whatever you just lost, like the 696? Like, how did you get another 696 real fast? Would you battle one of your friends here? Are you guys just in a never-ending loop of... Is that what Bitcoin is? Is that what NFTs and Bitcoin are? It's where everybody's just making up money and just being like, no, everything's actually free. We're just, you know, using pretend money. Is that what it is? I think we figured out what Bitcoin and NFTs are. Yep. All right. Yep. Beautiful. Anyway. It's actually kind of funny that we're bringing up the whole, like I said, I've had a couple of people come up to me, like friends and stuff, or just, you know, some other people being like, oh yeah, you know, watch the video. Obviously the adult section was a big question where they were just like, did yours have it? Because a lot of people didn't really grow up with it. I do remember, like we were saying, it's just like so silly to kind of say it, but like the way, like, yo, going to the movies or the movie theater place was like such an adventure, sort of, but you realize like it was such a waste of time, like to have to pick everything out. Okay, let's get some more steps here. You know, I don't want to say pick everything out, but you have to like kind of either remember, or some places did put out like a little flyer of like, oh, these are the movies that are coming up this week. These are the new movies this week. And you can kind of keep in mind, like you would have it written down somewhere where you're just like, oh yeah, like I'm going to rent this one on this day. Or you could try to be like, hey, I know you're getting that secret copy of Jumanji on the 17th. Any chance you could hold it for me? Yo, speaking of which, it's actually kind of crazy because we've been talking about a lot of things that, like, with the remakes and the redos and the, what do you want to call it, reboots. Here we go. That crap mattered. Look at that. The reboots. Yo, Jumanji, man. That was something that, like, you kind of thought it was a one and done sort of thing, right? Good movie, by the way. Obviously, Robin Williams, fantastic. And was it David Allen Greer that's in it? I think it is. Maybe not. But anyway, like, and it wasn't even like the movie was awesome, right? Movie, oh yeah, good times. Then like when somebody got the board game and you were like, yo, you got Jumanji. And there was definitely, I want to say, 2 styles. There was like, you know, like, oh, you spent money on Jumanji. And then there was the like, oh, I got Jumanji, but it's like, like if I do recall, there was one that had like the little setup where it was like a magic 8-ball in the center kind of thing, but I think like you had to draw cards. I could be maybe. I don't know. I'm having a hard time thinking about this, recalling exactly, but I do remember that there was one that, just like the movie, had like a magic 8-ball type thing, but I don't recall if like things actually came up out of it, or if that was like kind of like Trouble, where that was like your bopper and that was your dice thing. But anyway, 2 things for sure that stick out in my mind in Jumanji, which gave an irrational fear of like something I didn't realize that I needed to have a fear of. Certainly the one when Robin Williams' character, like when I guess they roll and it's quicksand and they're in the attic and they're on wood, like the wood floor beams, and then that becomes quicksand. And it's just like, first of all, why in the 90s was quicksand everywhere? Like that was like the 2000s. We need a job for the main like protagonist. He's an architect. Why? Because nobody understands what an architect does. Nobody understands what an architect is. Quicksand. Oh, we need a swashbuckling adventurer to get stuck in something? Quicksand. Like, quicksand. Put him in quicksand. I, for sure, like, go into the playground, go into the park. Even those cool kids that had remember the green turtle that was full of sand? Was like, I don't want to go in there. I'm going to get stuck in quicksand. And then, like, I'm gone. Again, also, I don't think I was that smart of a child back then, like, to understand certain things, because also, like, you know, it's the green plastic turtle, like, you can't go below, like, there's a protection from the ground. That crit mattered. Love to see it. One shot, no chance, Jimmy's John's. Yeah, like, you know, it had that, so you couldn't actually go. It was only, like, what, 6 inches of sand, something like that, tops, and it's just, like, obviously you can't go lower than that, but it was just one of those things where just had a good laugh about it. Because you're just like, I don't want to go in there. Like, what if I get fall? What if it's all quicksand? What if it is quicksand? And then, you know, oh boy, it's a little bit harder to get the steps in here, I think, because they're so close together. But hopefully we got to figure out how far to drop. Maybe that's the thing. Maybe that's the other part. Hopefully that was enough, the 63. Yeah, it looks like it was. Hey, we got all 6, baby. Yo, we are going to be having ourselves a good time. Oh yeah, so back to it. So the quicksand, that part, and then he got stuck because then they rolled the next turn, so it stopped the effect of whatever that was, and he was stuck. I was like, this like, I can't deal with quicksand. I can't go in the attic. I can't go in Graham's attic, grandmom's. Can't, like, never ever. No, that's gonna be a no for me. That, and then like when they do the stampede, I honestly think that's what gave me a little bit of a problem. Not saying a problem with like zoos, but seeing them like stampeding down the street. The rhino, obviously, because every time there's a rhino in their car nearby, it has to take off the door. Show me a movie that has a car in it and a rhino, and that doesn't, and then that door, that car survived with all 4 doors or all 2 doors, whatever it is. No, because a rhino will always take off the door against the car. Facts. Just because it's such a dumb trope. It's just like, we understand, but it's like, look at how powerful it is. But also, it's like, when you think about it, like, those doors are just like, it's on there by a hinge. Like, if you slam it hard enough, or you put something like a 2x4 and then slam it, I'm sure the door will pop off too. Like, anyway. But yeah, so again, quicksand was just in general running into like that in my life. And then also, yeah, the stampede. And then like you see like, there's always the 1 or 2 behind, like a giant ostrich. It's just like, oh, I'm trying to get, now they do like the fat, slow animal. And it's just like, oh, I can't quite make it. I'm just getting shivers over here thinking about it. And I don't like it, just, yeah. Not fun. And then another one that you realize later in life when you've watched it again and again, later in life, as in like a couple years ago I watched it, and like, so Robin Williams' character goes in, he's like 10 or 11, between 10 12, you know, he gets transported into that jungle at that age, and it's, I don't know, I just kind of assumed or looked at it this way. That dude that's hunting him has been hunting him the entire time he's been in there. Like, he was like, oh, look, there's a child who, you know, is looks like me, you know, but isn't me. Let's shoot it. Shoot the child. Shoot him with the rifle, with the bang bang. And yeah. And he had the pith helmet. Why was everyone so obsessed with not even like archaeology, but like, you know, yeah, paleontology, just like digging up dinosaur bones, you know, the excavation, King Tutankhamun, Egypt, everybody was all about like the ancient Egyptians, ancient aliens, am I right? Oh. Yeah, like all this stuff that just weird, like dinosaurs, I guess that goes with paleontology, ancient Egyptian. I mean, obviously Kung Fu. Kung Fu never goes out of style. That's always been cool since the 70s. But there was just like the thing that I have is like, you know, like Crocodile Dundee. You know, you got that rugged tough guy with a bit of an accent. Nar. And then you got, you know, he's got a cool, you know, vest, pith helmet. I mean, it's essentially kind of like Han Solo, right? It's just like, you know, it's the 90s version of Han Solo, of just like everybody likes that kind of thing. Smuggler, bad boy, kind of is like breaking the law, but like is cool about it. You know, Indiana Jones, obviously Indiana Jones in space is like Han Solo to an extent. Regardless, we're getting a little off, we're not really getting off topic. I mean, we're just we're getting to the center of this conspiracy, and it's exactly what we need to expose. CIA agent's just like, do you hear what he's spouting right now? What does he know? This other guy's like, he doesn't know anything. Guy's an idiot. Haven't you heard about what an idiot he was? The guy's like, I don't know, man. He says he knows something. He's going to expose it. What are we going to do? And it's like, just let him be. He's an idiot. I am kind of an idiot, so. Oh, yeah. You know what I mean. Anyway, T-Lore, love it, buddy. Did this happen to us earlier? And I bet you he's going to wake up and he's not going to attack. And we already got that one smoke screen. Just a smoke screen. Oh, he's going to sludge. If we end up having to miss. Okay, we didn't miss. Cool. That would have been no bueno. No fun. No es bueno. Excuse me. No es bueno is for that one. Don't you dare laugh. I'm going to laugh because I beat you. Nice bike. Hand it over quick. So I don't know. We've kind of been up here for a little bit. I don't know, like a couple. We've got all 6 for our second round of battles with these guys. I don't know. I can't tell if it's like we are at a high enough level that regardless of which side we're... Like, I feel like we were at a lower level before when we were fighting the other ones on round 15. So it felt like we were getting more experience and leveling up versus over here. It doesn't feel like we're leveling up as fast. I don't know if it's that we're getting less experience or what it is. I mean, I do like the fact that it is 6 trainers instead of 5. So there is that one trainer on Route 15 that has, you know, the 5 Pokemon. So it's just like, you know, quantity, quality. That crit mattered. Jimmy's Johns, you know what's up. 528. Cue Ball Koji. Knockout. Oof. That's inconvenient. Yeah, I don't know. I can't really place it. Yeah, let's go ahead. Let's get ourselves another round. Let's see if we can't get all 6 again for another round here. Whoa, we definitely just got the steps there. Went a little bit too far past where we needed to go. Let's bust this bad boy out. Oh, we got 5 of 6. Okay. Well, let's start with the first one here. What do you want? I want to beat you in a Pokemon battle, boy. Didn't you just hear my Versus Seeker go off and you raised your hand? You're like, oh, hey. Oh. Grimer's done. One shot. No chance, Jimmy's Johns. It kind of stinks for T-Lord here because, like, unfortunately, he doesn't have, like, a move that has 25 PP that's also a one shot. Like, we're out here. This will be the last one for Body Slam, so we're going to have to put somebody else up in front. So, not the end of the world in that regard. I'm getting a little bit. Don't you dare laugh. Oh. Let's go ahead and swap. Let's put... we'll put Trevor Jr. back up. I would like to train up Carl. I mean, Carl's definitely going to have to get some levels here. Just because him having that fly where he can avoid an attack to get up and then come down. But things like Twister, something else. I think it was like if they put a hail, you know, one of those or something else hurts him. So we do need to be careful with that. But again, if we can, the more higher level Pokemons we have going, the more, you know, the better it is. Because last thing we want to do is need someone to be able to take a shot or two so we can heal up, and then lose them because, you know, that's all we were using them for was like a health buffer. I don't know. We'll figure it out. I mean, we're gonna play around with some things. We're gonna have some fun. We're gonna get Fury Swipe by Mankey. Not great. Oh no. 2 crits. Oh my gosh, you can stop now. Of course they get all 5. Yeah, they get all 5. 2 of them being a crit. I mean, it only did 23, so again, not the end of the world. Like, he had to get 2 crits, he had to hit all 5. Most likely isn't going to do that level of damage again, but still, it's just like, oh my gosh, come on, people. I guess another positive thing is over here, it's better for Trevor Jr. because he doesn't have to worry about that Raichu with Thunderbolt that almost took him out. That would not have been very good, to say the least. Hit him with the Dragon Rage. We'll finish him off. Guaranteed 40 HP. Burn that Machop down. Hooah! 528. Love to see it. Yeah. Oh. Another thing I never really understood about Jumanji, going back to that, yeah, we're back on it. Another thing I really, didn't understand was just the, and again, this is me being, the smartest kid in the world. How did the board know what the dice landed? There's definitely a bunch of times where the dice are separated from the board. Not by a lot, but, the end. They're throwing the dice and it's landing down, downstairs as everything's breaking apart. How did the board, obviously the answer is magic, right? It's a movie. It was magic. There's bigger things to ask about the board than why the dice, where is this other universe, this other world that everything's living in? Why is this portal... Does this portal just live in one spot, or is it just like the board game where it's traveled around in its dimension or in its world? It's traveling around. It's oh, we need to pick up a rhino. Let's go grab a rhino. The aftermath of something like that, just because I guess it's implied that everything goes back in time and the kid gets out. Robin Williams' character, but the 2 children. Because Robin Williams gets sucked in as a 10-year-old, he comes out as a 30 or 40-year-old. So he's been in there for about 30 years. And then they have to get the original players back because it's their turn. So anyway, long story short, there's 2 generations. There's the original people that were playing Robin Williams and this chick, and then these 2 kids that find the board game. So again, when they finish it at the end of the movie, Robin Williams, they go back in time. Robin Williams is now the little 10-year-old with the other girl who was all grown up. But then they go to when they so it goes back to them, right? They live a normal life for those 20 or 30 years that originally all this madness was happening. And then the 2 kids who, from the time that picked up the game that was already in progress, they weren't born yet, but then when they're born, they have the full knowledge of who these people are. It's implied that they remember this experience this version of the timeline that happened. And, like, it just... Ah, crap. I remember why we did that. Whoopsies. Carl, you're in, buddy. I'm going to need you to finish this off for us. But that's so crazy, because it's like a version of time travel, and it's like a different... Did that other universe cease to exist once the board game, you know, was finished? It's just... It opens up a whole line of things that hurt the head when you think about it. I mean, I'm sure if you ask someone, the answer is, it's a movie, enjoy it, and then you're done after 2 hours. But it's just... It's the things that my child brain didn't quite understand, and today I still don't get. I mean, I don't want to really, like, this isn't something that, like, keeps me up at night, but it definitely pops into my head sometimes, and I'm just like, you know, you'll be going to the bathroom and you're like, why was Robin Williams so hairy? And it's just one of those things where you never get an answer. You're left underwhelmed. You're not even whelmed. You're just... Well, that's rude, Carl. You're not supposed to miss. Carl, you can't do that. Hit him with the pursuit. Finish him off. Love to see it. Crispy clean. Carl, my guy. Level 43. Love to see it, bro. Let's see them stats. Oh, that's not bad. Kind of good speed. Don't make me mad. Whoa. I definitely want to heal back up because Trevor Jr. kind of gave us a little bit of a scare there. Twice, actually, because we almost lost him because maybe we weren't paying attention like we should have. What are you gonna do? Man, I'm so musically gifted. Let's go ahead, heal them back up. Again, we gotta do our little jingle. Boom, boom, boom. Blim, 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 blim. Thank you for waiting. We've restored your Pokemon to full health. We hope to see you again. Goodbye. Yeah, let's go ahead and save it here. We are going to be back on Wednesday. Probably doing a little bit of training. Maybe half in the beginning over here. Other half on the other side. I don't know. I kind of like it. Like that, guys. Like, comment, subscribe.